Warning: the following opinions and views of the Chrono Shack podcast do not reflect the sport of airsoft as a whole. Viewer discretion is advised.
All right, what is up, you guys? It is your host, TDL Sasquatch, and today, well, I would say tonight, I've got a little bit of a late night episode, and it's been quite a while. I'm sorry that I've been lacking on YouTube uploads as well as podcast episodes, and I wish I was a bit more consistent. That is for dang sure. It's good to be back. We've been very busy. As some of you may know, I am getting married very soon. September 27th is our wedding day, and at the day of this recording, August 29th, it's within a month, so it's coming up quick. We've been very busy with wedding planning and all sorts of stuff. We're both excited for the big day, but we are also excited for all of this planning to be over with. That's for sure. As you can see here behind me, it's a little bit of a clutter, but it is what it is. Still a work in progress. And yeah, been busy with crafting some ghillie suits, as you've been probably seeing, some of you from my Instagram page and so forth. I've been sharing photos in the Discord, and got a few more suits lined up for the rest of summer as well as fall, so I'm excited to get to craft those soon. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, all in all, it has been a long while, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I've been itching to do a podcast episode. There has been a lot that has happened here lately for the sport. Let's kick it off with some game debriefs and what has games that have happened. Well, right now, actually, let's get to the games that are coming up that I know of at this moment. I know that Warhawk West and Warhawk East are coming up here. I believe that game is September 6th, so that is going to be this next week. That's going to be exciting. And then it looks like Pops is running a game at Nighthawk as well. If you are not able to get to Arlington at Forest Fire for Warhawk West, there's September Slaughter. So it looks like they're hosting another Command and Conquer. September 6th at Nighthawk Paintball and Airsoft. September 20th, Command and Conquer Spaceballs. Now that one is an interesting and fun game where you can dress up as like wacky pop culture type stuff and so forth. It's a fun one. And then October 11th is Warhawk East at Nighthawk. That's going to be the second half of the Warhawk event, hosted by yours truly right here, the Death Legion, the TDL squad, my team. That is our game. October 24th and 25th is the annual Halloween Zombie Hunt and Command & Conquer 10. Then we got November 1st, Command & Conquer 11, and then the canned food drive. That's going to be on November 15th. I'm going to try and be there October 11th for Warhawk East and November 15th for the canned food drive. We've been busy. I haven't been able to make it out to Airsoft, and the fiance particularly doesn't want me shot up for a wedding day, and I can't blame her. I don't want to look like I've been hit with measles or whatever with a bunch of welts. But you're going to be wearing a suit. Yeah, I know, but, won't be feeling good during the big day. It's crazy. I'm getting married. I'm excited. So that is happening. I will also say that September 5th through September 7th is the Pegasus game. limited tickets and so forth like that, check out the Pegasus Facebook. That's as far as I can find the information and all that sort of stuff. And yeah. So a lot of stuff is happening in the airsoft world, per se. A lot of new products that are coming out. What's a lot of stuff that's happening, a lot of new products. Particularly some companies, and I might be late to the party, but there are a few that I want to take some time to cover. First, starting off is the guys over at Novrich. It looks like they are coming out with a new SSG 11. So that's going to be interesting. I wonder what is going to be going on over there. So let's take a look. I don't know about this website, but that's the SSG 10. Let's take a look here. Oh, that's another one. Yeah, so it's a... Oh, there's a couple. Okay. So it looks like they're making the SSX-10, which is an HPA sniper. So that's interesting. I wonder how the reviews of that is going to be. Let's see. SSG 11. There's not much information on it. Oh, I can't find any product. Looks like they haven't rolled it out completely just yet, but what it is, I guess it's the new and improved SSD 10 or the next generation of SSD 10. That's as far as I know, and I think they're slapping a lot more upgrades into it to where it has a better performance as well. I didn't even notice the SSX-10, to be honest, until I saw that picture. That's going to be interesting. Their own pre-built HPA sniper. Boy, we're going to go to Reddit. Yeah, I wonder how much it's going to be. So that's going to be interesting, seeing that on the field. Having another pre-built HPA sniper. Now, usually, you would take a VSR 10 or Bar 10 and slap a Wolverine Bolt M or Bolt E into it, which is a sniper HPA engine that runs off an electron. I think the Bolt E runs off an electronic solenoid. I think that's the one I have. Anywho, that's the usual way of making an HPA sniper. And, yeah, that's going to be interesting. Now, I forget what it was called. I saw this other thing in the TDL signal chat, and it was pretty gnarly. Where is it? The RSG. Okay, I gotta show you guys this. So this is insane. Whoever made this. Holy cow, the Tyrant. So this is a kit. Or I don't know, actually this is a pre-built. Okay, here we go. This is an RSG Tyrant. I am wanting 17 under 4. How it works. So the two RIFs fire with the same trigger, pull the trigger and it fires the MTW. There is a pressure switch on the foregrip. Press and hold the switch and pull the trigger to fire the SRS. They can't be fired at the same time. This is interesting. So it's got an upgraded Silverback SRS. And then it has an MTW on the bottom. This is one of the most craziest airsoft builds I have ever seen. And I can try and find a video for you. Just Google airsoft RSG Tyrant. This is insane how they did this. But what you can do, it's worked by one trigger, and the MTW fires normally, and then you hit the pressure switch, you can rack the ball at the SRS, and then the SRS would fire. Now, this is a crazy game changer to where you can make the MTW your CQB weapon and push in with that thing, and then have an SRS. So you have your secondary and your primary in one if you're sniping. Oh boy. Talk about an absolute Frankenstein of a gun. Thing is massive too. The thing is also is I'm wondering how much it weighs, because that's going to make or break something. It's going to make or break something. That's fucking insane. Anywho, we get to our next gun. I'm still thinking of that Tyrant. That thing is insane. Imagine rolling up to the field with that and making the Chrono guy scratch his head. Oh boy. Anywho, I'm on Airsoft GI right now, and we're looking at the Eddie Valiant. He can't shoot me, by the way. He's not. If you watch his videos, he's got some very entertaining videos. He's one of the better, I would say, one of the best airsoft YouTubers that are very entertaining for the sport. No rage baits or anything like that. Just some solid, fun ass gameplay of people having fun. That's what it's all about for the sport. He teamed up with Lancer Tactical, I know, and made a Valiant edition of their Gen 4 with an Aster ETU, and I think it's got a it's got a Gate Aster programmable ETU for advanced trigger customization. Co-designed with Valiant Airsoft. Upgraded Gen 4 gearbox for smooth and consistent performance, so it might be reshimmed. Engraved Valiant Airsoft stuff. Unique M-lock suppressor. Ready handguard. Full mount receiver. 16:1 gear ratio. Meadows tooth piston. And a 25k RPM motor for fast cycling. So it's definitely an upgraded Gen 4. Which is pretty dang cool, I would have to say. I've seen the torture test from US Airsoft. Hold on one sec. I gotta pause. I think my cat is doing something. All right, I'm back. Oh man, it's late at night and you got middle of the night cat zoomies. If you have a cat, you understand. Anywho, upgraded Gen 4. As I was saying, I watched the US Airsoft torture test on the Gen 3, and I was thoroughly impressed with the quality that I saw with the Gen 3. I think it would be a similar quality with the Gen 4. But of course, being Lancer Tactical and the QC problems, be mindful and like I hope they really ironed it out. I don't want to see any Airsoft brand struggle. And they got a bad rep with the Gen 2s. Just historic-wise, that's, Also, I'm excited about this right here. This brand is a great brand. I love this brand. Their Intro M4 for $160. The MK1 LWT is fantastic. And it looks like Arcturus decided to dip their feet into the high kappa world. And I'm waiting for AST Kilo 23 to do a review on this. They say it's TM speak. Out of the box, great guy. Let's see here. Description. Yep. So it's, upgraded. Somewhat upgraded, I think. The Vanguard series is what it's called. It's the 5-inch. So it's a full-size high kappa. 5.1 inch. It's a clean looking handgun. It's pretty nice. Very, very interesting that they decided to get into the high kappa world. I'm sorry, this is late at night. I haven't done a podcast in a while. Apologies. Again, thank you guys for tuning in and watching my episode here. I'm all for that. I hear my cat again. Hold on one second. I'm just going to crack open the door. Okay, there we go. I just opened the door for him so he can walk in and walk out. I see him looking at me. I don't know if he wants to say hi. What's up, buddy? Anywho, something to look forward to, review-wise and so forth. I wonder if they're true TM spec. That's the other thing. If any techs got their hands on a sample. That's for sure. That's all I know that's like new product-wise and so forth. I do know that Swamp Sniper and Battle Hack Airsoft are revamping the whole field and making expansions and upgrades and all sorts and stuff like that. Oh, here he comes. It's my new family member. This is my son. Cover that. This is Ravage. Named after Soundwave's Panther. He's sniffing my hat. Can you say hi to the people? Can you say hi to the people? Get a good sniff. Get a good sniff, bud. I don't care. I love dogs. I love cats. They're both great. Lost my dog Easter of 2022. And when I got this guy, he's been a godsend. Big old derp. All right. Are you going to lay down? Brother, are you going to lay down? Why are you sniffing the bed, dude? Here. You sit in my lap. You sit on my lap? You're going to sit in my lap. I think. Good boy. All right. So here's a very, very important topic that's circulating right now, especially today, August 29th, 2025. The U.S. government and the President of the United States. Now, I want to make this clear. I don't like getting political. I don't picture myself or fall underneath left or right. I'm independent. You should be critically thinking and independently thinking about your conclusions and research on stuff. I have my own opinions and beliefs, and everybody else has different ones. I'm independent. I don't do identity politics. I'm not left or right. I'm American. America, fuck yeah. Okay, he's being a good boy. Sorry, my cat's on my lap. It's actually a very rarity. He's a high energetic boy. Okay, as I was saying, the President of the United States has, so there's this rule with tariffs, and feel free to do some more research on this, you guys. All I know is that it was a threshold. If it was over $800, it would be charged a tariff. Under that, it would be like, don't worry about charging a tariff on this $15 order from Shine. Just go ahead and send it. Apparently, the president has struck that down today, and apparently there's going to be tariffs on like every little thing collectible. Could be airsoft items from Taiwan, Japan, Hong Kong, which are three of the biggest exporters of airsoft goods, whether it's replicas, parts, essentials, stuff like that. Like, it's going to affect the sport as a whole. No matter what side of the aisle you sit on, it's going to affect it. And I mean, I am rooting for every like American-made business, especially airsoft businesses like Blue Mag Airsoft. I'm pretty sure they get their stuff or make their stuff here. Something, brother. No. I'll be, hold on one sec, guys. Apologies. He's high maintenance. But yeah, as I was saying, tariffs are going to affect it as a whole. And I've seen videos of people saying that there's going to be like a flat rate of $80 for U.S. imports. I've also heard that numerous countries have just flat out stopped importing to the U.S. because of these tariffs. And I don't blame them. They're not going to want to pay for that stuff. It's expensive. Stuff is expensive. Everything is expensive nowadays. And that's not going to help the sport of airsoft whatsoever, especially with people who just got into it. Like they found a local field, or they had a friend introduce them and stuff like that, and they're hooked. And they want to get into the game and get some good gear. Like, come on. It's ridiculous. Like, you're not helping the sport. That's where I stand. You're not helping the sport. There's good and bad things to it, but again, that's all I'm going to say. Do your own research. Also, I am seeing that U.S. Court of Appeals are striking it down too, because they think, or they say it's against the law, or it's unlawful. So we'll see where this goes. Whatever happens, it affects the sport of airsoft as a whole. And this is one of my favorite hobbies of all time. It's so much fun. It is so much fun. Like, if I needed to give up video games, I would. Like, I would give up video games for airsoft. I would give up, Twitch streaming for airsoft. If I had to give up ghillie suit crafting for airsoft, I would. That's how much I love the sport, you guys. It's so much fun. And the community that has bloomed from it, where I'm at, and as well as the field that I usually go to, Nighthawk Paintball and Airsoft, it's wonderful. It's so much fun. I have some of the best times over there. Like, it is my happy place. You will not see me upset unless my gear's failing at the airsoft field. I love it. Absolutely love it. But yeah, tariffs. It affects the sport of airsoft as a whole, because there's not a lot of stateside manufacturing for the sport. So this is where we go to, let's see, Fort Stevens Airsoft. So it's the Viking Airsoft in Medford, Oregon that hosts this at Fort Stevens. And from what I've heard, they host a killer Milsim. So it might be worthwhile to check them out. I'll drop the link in the description, of course. I'm going to try to upload this as soon as possible as well. Quick shout out. I don't know, it's getting late. So this wraps up to my bigger topic. The more important topic to me because it falls underneath me. I got the name Sasquatch for a reason. I am a sniper. That is the gameplay that I am known for and played the most. I do play other types of gameplay. Like indoors, I have a CQB rated 1 Joule 30K motor PX9 that I love to run. And it's real snappy on semi-auto. I love it. Combo that with my trusty stock Tokyo Marui High Kappa, and then I'm building one. So, backstory of that, my fiance, she loves her Lancer Tactical Cthulhu. We needed a new part for that in order for it to work. So, at the swap meet at Nighthawk Paintball and Airsoft that happened recently, a bit ago, somebody was selling AAP01 for parts, and we found it, and we bought it, and he wanted $10, and I say that's an absolute win. As for the rest of the parts, I'm thinking about building one, and I'm building one. Got a next speed hop up. I got the Decepticon 60-degree bucking, and I'm going to be diamond polishing the barrel that's with it. We'll see how it works and see how the quality is and so forth. So that's going to be fun. Let's get back on topic. Sniping. It's a particular type of gameplay, and I covered it a little bit on the first episode. I think it was the first episode, to where I was not encouraging it for first-time players, which still I just totally stand with. Like, get an AEG M4. That's your best bet for a starter package. If you want more information about what you should get as a first-time player, check out my first episode of the Chrono Shack podcast and my other episodes as well, and my other YouTube videos. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, of course. I should have been saying this at the beginning of the video, not 28 minutes in, but here we are. Anywho, sniping. I know a few people wanted me to do an episode on this. It's a little more in depth when it comes to the gameplay. I started in 2020 after a while, like actually playing the play style. I had a Well SR2. It was like an L96 with the ergonomic stock. It weighed 10 pounds. That was my first sniper rifle and was very underpowered. I think it was 385 FPS with 2.25s. Hold on one sec. I'm going to look at the joules real quick. Albums. Airsoft Chrono stuff. I like my joule chart. So if we're going to go 385, that was only 1.7 joules. So it's like a stock sniper rifle. Wasn't the most powerful, but it's what I had. I had an Amazon ghillie wrap on it. I had a Amazon poncho ghillie that I cut the front. That way it would just like a cape. That's how I rolled with it for a while. And then I was able to craft my own Viper hood and cloak on my back. I think it's a great upgrade. I can move in it better. It's not cumbersome. It's breathable, and it conceals you really good for what it is. Sniping is not just reliant on the camo that you use, but the movement is number one. Movement is number one when you're concealing yourself. The human eye is an interesting thing. It picks up sudden movement, sudden jerky movement a lot more than very slow, methodical movement. Patience is key. You gotta be, it is a patient gameplay style. It's not for everybody. And some people become impatient or disappointed that they didn't get any hits or kills. Your replica may be accurate, but you're going to be missing a lot. I've missed plenty. And I have had days to where it's like, oh, I had 3 kills today. That's okay. Was I happy with it at that moment? No. But, I mean, not a lot of people saw me for where I was or how heavy I pushed. Anywho, you see an oversaturation of snipers on YouTube. And so, 3 things: your replica, your camo, and your movement. Let's start with your replica. Your replica bolt action sniper rifle. The way they make it for airsoft, it is freaking crazy what you can be capable of when crafting one of these or building one of these. The right parts are everything. Do your research on quality. I will say I will recommend this type of setup for a VS. So for a VSR 10, mine is a JG Bar 10. So far I've had luck. It's an HPA one. HPA is going to be a lot more quieter than a bolt, although with the latest bolt action parts, you can make it pretty damn quiet. Mine is it's got a Maple Leaf outer barrel and Action Army upper not Action Army upper receiver. It's got a Maple Leaf twist outer barrel with a foam suppressor. It is it's got a TTI TDC hop up. It was a hop up that came with the nub, and the hop unit is similar to the Action Army one, which is another good choice. The Action Army hop up unit with the Tritos TDC knob, which is another good knob. I got this one because it was all one pack and it was like $60, and I'm like, damn, that's a really good deal with that. For a bucking, I am running a Modify X range. Modify X range 70-degree bucking, which is fantastic. The barrel that I have is I think I went with a Lambda. My buddy, shout out to Mark Van Dyke. He is a guru. He has taught me a lot of stuff that he knows, and it's rubbed off on me. Lambda is a good barrel to have, quality control wise. It's a Lambda 6.33 Type 4. And what I did is I got 8,000 grit diamond polish and 50,000 grit diamond polish. I polished it with the 8,000, cleaned it, and then polished it with the 50,000. And it is a flawless mirror finish inside. That will help your BBs fly. And all that paired with a Wolverine Bolt E, I think it's what it is, runs with an electronic solenoid, MSR regulator with an amped airsoft line, and an HK Army tank. I got a 48 cubic inch, which was a bear to lug around. And now I got the 13 cubic inch, a smaller one, which is perfect. Very lightweight. Easier on my back. For my gear, my custom ghillie, of course. Let's move. Okay, so your concealment. My gear. So, everybody has their own opinion on Condor. I run Condor stuff. I have a Condor battle belt with M4 pouches, a radio pouch, butt pouch, and stuff like that. I like the battle belt setup because it's easier to move around and it's less weight on my shoulders and back. Because with sniping, you are definitely going to be on the ground. I can guarantee it. I got these cheap leaf gloves that I run to that help conceal my hands. As for my chest, I'll either run a micro chest rig with 3 M4 mag pouches or a chest pouch because SRS mags are very, very wide. Oh, let's go to the SRS. I'm very proud of this one. In fact, I think it's my favorite rifle over my Bar 10, even though my Bar 10 is my conceal gun with my ghillie. It's got a foam suppressor. It's got a Lambda 6.03 type bore with a Modify X range. No. Yeah. Modify X range AEG bucking. And a max hop-up unit. Running a Scorpion... stock of Scorpion, Sniper Mechanics Wasp piston with full air brake and weight. Rat Packs 2 Joule spring, and it's pushing 290 joules. And I'm running a Monstrum Banshee 3x9 optic. Monstrum makes fantastic optics. Whether it's, I don't know, for real steel quality, but airsoft quality, it's good. It's good glass. I love mine. I can see very clearly. And then, of course, I have the Novrich Scope Cam, which is very, very good for the price. I recommend that, too, for capturing your clips. Check out my sniper vid, too, on my channel. I'm pretty proud of that. I'm actually surprised I got solid sniper gameplay from that. And that was 2 rounds, 2 games, which was fun. Anywho, moving on with my gear. I have a Retivus Comtact 3 replica headset. Now it's outfitted to my bump helmet, but I like that because it has ambient hearing and it amplifies sound. And I can hear everything. I've heard people sneak up behind me, and I'm able to pop around and try to pop them. One of the times I traded with somebody, and that was an experience, and they were like 10 feet away. So they almost safety killed me. I've never been safety killed from behind. Yet. It's always a possibility. Yeah, not a safety kill behind. That was... I don't count my buddy Joe because he's retired Force Recon and he's been trained to do that. And he's the only guy to put a pistol to my back head twice. I don't know. He sniffs me out or something like that. Shout out to you, Joe. Love you, bud. Great dude. For my legs, I have compression knee braces along with, I forget what kind of knee pads they are. I am 6'7", and that combo has saved my knees. I have gotten off the field and they're not terribly in pain. For boots, I have waterproof hunting boots. I forget what they are, and I had a pair of Smith & Wesson boots too. I would like to get a good quality footwear, but that's what I have right now. The last time I wore my hunting boots, I broke them in, and they actually worked pretty damn good, I would have to say. But I forget what brand they call. I'll have to look at the box. But yeah, footwear is important, especially out there. And then I wear a compression balaclava, stuff like that. For iPro, I've got it's a Vulcan replica, but it's the anti-fog like Zulu frame. They work really good. And then sometimes I'll wear goggles with an X-Fog unit, depending on what I'm feeling. It's good to have a few choices of Enzai Z87 Plus eyewear that you can choose from. My vision is actually starting to go a little bit in distance-wise, so I'm going to have to go to the eye doctor, and I might be getting some prescription eyewear from Zenny for, like, safety-wise. That way I could just wear it on the field. Yeah, not too happy about that. As of right now, I think I still have 2015 vision, but we'll see. So, yeah. I can still sense out movement and stuff like that from a distance, but it sucks that I'm nearsighted. I've noticed I'm a little bit blurry at like 30 feet away, like reading like specific words and stuff like that. So, I don't know, it's weird. For camo that I wear, I have a few camos that I like to wear. What I've learned from my area, of course, multi-cam is going to be the best to wear, especially in the summertime. In the wintertime and fall, I've seen that Marpat, which is a Marine Corps Woodland Digital, and then the classic M81 God's Flannel. It's a great camo. They work really well in the winter and fall time for concealment. And then, of course, I have my custom ghillie. There's that. Now, you can be all ghillied up. You can have the most state-of-the-art airsoft loadout ever. But you could still get spotted from a ways away. Movement is everything, you guys. Movement. And learning how to conceal yourself, not just like being out in the open. If you're out in the open and like a floor, like just a open field or whatever with your ghillie, you're still going to get spotted somehow. Be aware of your surroundings, of what you can use and stuff like that. The one time I concealed myself, I was camoed up, of course, moving slowly, and I was like on the other side of a tree. Like right side of a tree when a squad of 20 people were moving right of me. So I was left at the tree, peeking around. Like the tree was right here. Like right here. And I was peeking around. Like I would slowly move my head. Not at that speed, more like. And watch. I was not spotted. They looked in my direction and they couldn't see me. Because I moved slow and methodical. That is number one. Movement. Again, you can be a badass looking sniper with a ghillie suit and everything. You're all set to go. It matches your surroundings. And that's the other thing too. Use natural vegetation to your advantage to put on your ghillie as well. Movement is everything. I have army crawled about 10 acres. I would ghillie walk, and then like a good 300 feet or so, or 100 meters, I'd army crawl. And one of the staff can attest to this. Shout out to Mises. I snuck in behind and took out their flag. Movement. It helps you blend. That's how I was able to sneak up behind enemy lines and take out the enemy commander during one of the past Warhawks. Movement. Picking your targets conservatively and contently. You play Call of Duty before, take out the stragglers, pick your shots. A lot of it is observation. A sniper is there to be observant, not just to disturb and wreak havoc. Observant. You're playing recon. That is what I'm doing when I'm sniping. I'm reconning. That's why you don't see a lot of sniper videos on my channel. Like the one sniping video, I was aggressive. Where you can push, but you're also holding angles and choke points. That's aggressive. Aggressive sniping recon. True sniping recon is a lot of sitting. You're behind enemy lines and you're watching. And you're helping out your team. They're like, Swatch, what do you see? I see a squad of 10 moving right side of SAT base and between FOB. They're going to be there in like 30 seconds. Copy that. We're going to be sending a perimeter around FOB. We're at the ready. And then I will try and pick off somebody if there's a straggler, not to make it obvious. And Usually, it's good intel that you can give your team. You will be successful. And comms and so forth like that. I at least have an earpiece in. That way they don't hear my radio. And, yeah. Concealment is everything. The other thing is money. Sniping is not cheap. Make sure you have deep pockets or keep saving for stuff little by little. My silverback, it's almost $950. That's a $950 rifle, and then my Bar 10 is like a $1,200 rifle. Or $1,100 rifle, I think. I don't know. I'll have to break down the price. It's not cheap. I built a sniper recently, and that took about maybe $400 worth of parts. It's not cheap. So figure it this way. You're sniping. Let's set up a scenario here. You're sniping for a team. You have radio, a channel frequency with the whole team, with your commander. Your mission is to recon the area and get behind enemy lines and not get spotted. Move methodically. Ghillie walking is where you're walking hunched over and slowly. And you're slowly swiveling your head, watching your surroundings. That's the other thing. Put your head on a swivel, because you never know who's going to be stalking behind you. Always have the mindset that you are being watched when you're not. When you get into that flank point and you have visual on what's going on behind enemy lines, that gives your team good intel. No matter what game, it could be just a regular skirmish. Or it could be a scenario-based game. That intel is going to be valuable to your team. The play style is patience and being cool, calm, and collective. Some scenarios, my heart is absolutely beating, and it's a rush. It's an absolute rush. I fucking love it. So look out for that. So say you were behind enemy lines. You just radioed and a squad walked past you, in front of you, and are going to move into, like, say, the city of Nighthawk on the right side past radio tower. You're going to radio that in. You may see a straggler or two. The other thing is choose your shots. Yeah, choose your shots wisely. You could take a shot, miss, re-rack, take a shot, hit, space it out. Try not to alert the enemy team, which is going to be difficult in airsoft. It's not real still firearms to where you're a mile away. I have had engagements between 50 meters to 100 meters around there, and then up to where I had to bring out my sidearm because it was within the 100-foot minimum engagement distance, and I've had people almost step on me. Pick your targets wisely. So, and sometimes you need to take a shot and it'd be one person. They call hit, and then they're on a swivel. And I mean, yeah, dead man, you don't talk. But when they walk back to respawn, if they clock you, they're going to walk back to respawn and go automatically back to the position that you were at. When you're in the clear, try to move to a different position. Don't stay in one spot, because that's just going to ring a dinner bell and cry wolf until an actual wolf comes to you. Movement. Head on a swivel, movement. That's slow and methodical. You know, you're trying to be sneaky. The other thing with sniping is that it is you got to be honorable. You got to set an example with the replica that you possess, because they're very powerful. At the field that I play at, there's a 3 joule maximum limit. That's pretty damn powerful. My replicas have a minimum engagement distance of 100 feet, and can touch somebody past 100 yards. I don't know exactly, but I have had a confirmed, like, ranged 101 yard hit. That's pretty damn far for a BB, and I'm running .48s usually. .48s or .40s, around there. Usually .40s on my VSR 10, and then I have 4.8s cranked on my SRS. So, set an example. Be honorable with it. There are fields out there that are, like the field that I go to, they have a certification. Be legit with the certification. Don't be an idiot with it. Don't hurt somebody. Because that's just, that. No, you're here to have fun. You're not there to hurt somebody with a powerful replica. Set an example. All right. I'm pretty honored that the staff has at Nighthawk has called me I'm the sniper at Nighthawk. Like, I'm humble about it. I don't put myself on a pedestal. If you've met me, I am very friendly, talk to and stuff like that. Sometimes it's awkward. I'm like, my mind's scrambling and stuff like that. Or, I get overstimulated and I'm just like, I don't know what to say, or I'm quiet. Don't take that the wrong way. I'm very friendly. All right. Sometimes I'm acting like an idiot. As in, like, ooh, I don't know what to say. Or, like, huh? But I set an example. And I've had, young guns or whatever, over 18, of course. Be like, what do you do to get into sniping and stuff like that? I'm like, well, there's a lot to it. And I can tell you one thing with these sniper YouTubers and stuff like that. It's clips compiled. My airsoft sniper video, that was a fluke. That was like one of the rarest rounds where I don't think I got hit in those games. I could be wrong. But, oh, no. I got hit once. It was the beginning of the second game. That was a fluke. That was a rare occurrence, and I made a great video, in my opinion. But yeah, no. Just be humble, set an example, be a leader. Especially when you're sniping. Don't be an idiot. Pack a good sidearm with you. And I mean, you can pack another M4, but that's going to make your stuff cumbersome. Pack something small. Even if it's an AAP-01 with a collapsible stock. That's good too. That'd be a good oh shit gun because it has a full auto mode. But yeah, there's a lot to sniping. If you're into it, awesome. Shout out to the giveaway winner, by the way, who I gave the sniper to. Very happy about that. And then I built Meeseeks' son another sniper, and he's pretty happy about that. As for games, we attended the Fallout game. That was awesome. The Walk the Line game was fucking fun. Loved that. D-Day was fun too, and I built a Mark 12 with a Kythera, and I had a little bit of an issue with it. I'm going to be swapping a heavy return spring, so hopefully that helps with it resetting. Having resetting issues, I would go through 2 mags and then it wouldn't reset. So hopefully that solves the problem. Haven't made it to any other games since because we're wedding planning and so forth. Yeah. But Warhawk East is going to be the next game I'm going to try to attend to with my now wife at that time. Pretty excited. So anyway, I think that about wraps it up. Leave a comment down below if you have any more questions about sniping and so forth like that. I can do a detailed video about my sniper kit. That would be a pretty good idea. All in all, thank you guys so much for listening and tuning into the Chrono Shack podcast. I appreciate it. Without further ado, I don't know if I'm going to be doing an outro here. I think I'm just going to shut it off. Again, thank y'all for watching and supporting me and supporting your local airsoft field. Remember, the new players and the kiddos are the ones that keep the sport alive, all right? Set an example, be a leader, have fun. be safe. Be safe and have fun. Good night, you guys. Thank you for watching. Peace.